she was pregnant and she was going to be induced that day, and you decided to put your hands on her. I don't understand how is she getting in your head that you would be hitting a pregnant woman who's about to deliver your child. And she had bruising and swelling to the eye, along with busted vessels in her eye. That's what you did. I used to do CPS cases, and parents would tell me I will walk through fire for my children. They would say that because they knew nobody had a fire for them to walk through. Court is finding you guilty, sentence you to...
All right, everyone, today's courtroom hearing is heavy and hard-hitting. We're looking at a serious case involving a defendant who was found guilty of assaulting his pregnant girlfriend. It's a disturbing situation that's left no room for sympathy from the bench. From the moment the hearing begins, the judge holds nothing back. He delivers a powerful, direct reprimand and ultimately hands down a strict, no-nonsense sentence that shows just how seriously this case is being treated. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this one. Drop your reactions in the comments below. And if you're interested in more real-life courtroom breakdowns and legal updates, make sure to like and subscribe for future content. Now, let's get into the details of this case.
Did you understand you're charged with assault of a pregnant person? That's a third-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. I'm looking at this plea bargain agreement, and there's to be no harmful or injurious contact with Stephanie Ortiz.
That's her by her request, Judge.
I'm not going to follow that.
Even though that's her request.
No, I mean, no, even though it's her request, according to what I'm about to receive, he is a person who is hitting on, not in a loving manner, a pregnant person. I mean, was she pregnant at the time?
Sure.
So if, you know.
She's requesting, and I'm sorry, Judge, may I speak?
Sure.
She's requesting it for her convenience. They've been doing custody exchanges for the last almost a year through a third-party person, and it's her request. She reached out to me, filled out an affidavit of non-prosecution, and requested that. So
I'm not following that. So if you all want to withdraw your plea now, you can, but I am not doing a no harmful or injurious contact for somebody who's accused, and I haven't read the steps yet, who's accused of hitting a pregnant person.
That's fine, Judge. They're no longer in a relationship. The only relationship is for the benefit of their children. He has no interest in communicating with her beyond that.
All right, so I'm not going to follow that. So y'all have a choice. Either you can go to jury trial, or either you all can change that part of your plea bargain agreement.
We're proceeding with the no contact, Judge.
All right, if you all want to change that. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
We are, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we would just request that you follow the agreement between the state and defense. Mr. Casillas is wanting to move forward in a direction that's appropriate for his children. He understands what went wrong, and he wants to take full responsibility for that. And he has had no issues since the arrest on this date, and they have been successfully co-parenting since that time. There was a CPS case, Judge, that was closed out for no finding.
All right, how old are you?
21, Your Honor.
How many children do you have?
2, Your Honor.
What are their ages?
1 year and 6 months.
1 year and what?
1 year and 6 months.
Are you employed?
Yes, Your Honor.
What do you do?
I work at Amazon at facility warehouse.
All right, so why do you keep hitting on Stephanie Ortiz? At one point, I'm assuming you loved her because you have children with her.
Yes, Your Honor.
So why do you keep hitting on her?
It was just me not getting in the right state of mind, me letting my feelings get to myself and not just thinking right and thinking straight.
That makes no sense to me.
Your Honor, it was just my fault. I let my feelings get to myself, let her get my head in.
Let what?
Let her get my head, and I just reacted in a wrongful way.
No, but I mean, you're up here hitting someone. Honestly, I don't even know why I should follow this plea, but your attorney is telling me that she's filed a affidavit of non-prosecution. But according to this, she was pregnant and she was going to be induced that day, and you decided to put your hands on her. I don't understand how is she getting in your head that you would be hitting a pregnant woman who's about to deliver your child.
No, Your Honor, well, that day wasn't the day we were supposed to get induced, but I believe the hitting was before that, so it was just the marks that had came about.
but you still hit her while she was pregnant and she was close to her due date.
What's shocking here is the defendant's attitude. Instead of showing any real remorse or taking responsibility for what he did, he actually tries to correct the judge right there in the middle of sentencing, rather than expressing regret. For assaulting his pregnant girlfriend, he argues about whether she was far enough along in her pregnancy. Seriously, that's what he's focused on. Think about Itcher sitting in court for assault, and your defense is nitpicking the pregnancy timeline. It's almost unbelievable. This kind of mindset shows just how detached he is from the seriousness of his actions. It's like he doesn't grasp the gravity of the situation at all. Honestly, watching his reactions, you get the sense that he genuinely believes he didn't do anything wrong. There's just something about his demeanor that gives off that impression. But what do you guys think? Is he completely disconnected from reality? Or does he just not care? Drop your thoughts in the comment side. Love to hear your take. All right, let's get back into the hearing and see how the judge responds next.
Not that it's appropriate to hit anyone anyway,
No, it's not doing.
but obviously she was pregnant. And what she's saying in this documentation, I want you to tell you the reason why I'm saying no contact,
Yes, right.
because what she's saying in this police report is this is not the first time that you've been abusive to her. And the police took photos and she had bruising and swelling to the eye along with busted vessels in her eye. That's what you did. So the two children you have, is this a boy and a girl, or two boys or two girls?
Girl, and
All right. So what's your daughter's name? Sarabella.
she's a year and 7 months.
All right. So she's a year and 7 months. I guarantee you she knows that you've been abusive to her mom. Do you love your daughter
I love her with all my heart.
with all your heart? Would you do anything for her?
I word your honor.
I used to do CPS cases and parents would tell me I will walk through fire for my children.
Yes, right.
They would say that because they knew nobody had a fire for them to walk through.
Mhm.
But I believe you when you say you love your daughter.
Yes, right.
So how would you feel if your daughter became of age and she ends up with somebody like you who hits on her? Would you be okay with that?
I'll be very upset, your honor.
And so your daughter is learning what it means to show love is to hit on people, and might makes right.
Your honor, that's-
You're gonna have to change your ways.
yes,
You are not to have any contact with Stephanie Ortiz. And anybody else you get into a relationship yet, don't let them meet your publicist. Let them meet you and tell them, hey, want to let you know I had this abusive acts in my background,
yes, your
because then they can make an informed decision about whether or not they want to date you. You understand?
honor. Yes, your honor.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to sentence you to 6 years deferred adjudication.
6 years of probation. That's the sentence. And honestly, that feels incredibly light, considering the seriousness of this case. Probation has its place in the justice system. Sure, but for an offense like assaulting a pregnant partner, many would say that's barely a consequence at all. In cases, this severe probation can feel more like a warning than real accountability. It's hard not to think that actual prison time, maybe a year or two, would have sent a much stronger message. Assaulting anyone is already a serious crime. But when the victim is not only a woman, but also pregnant with your own child, that takes it to another level entirely. That's not just violence, that's cruelty. So, what's your take? Do you think probation is enough in a case like this? Or should this defendant have faced real time behind bars? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. All right, let's get back to the courtroom and see how this unfolds from here.
There's to be no contact with Stephanie Ortiz. There's to be the BIPP course, parenting classes, that can be with rainbows. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. That will be waived once he completes parenting classes. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Regular UAs. If you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
Positive, your honor.
And what are you going to be positive for?
I mean, no, negative, your honor.
Negative? Okay. So you haven't used anything.
No,
I think Amazon drug tests, do
yes,
they
yes,
not?
I'm done with this, yes, ma'am.
All right, there's to be regular UAs. I'm going to want field visits one time every 3 months. Proof of employment within 15 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. Probation, is there anything else he needs? Yes. All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
I've got to say that last case felt like a missed opportunity for the judge. Personally, I hope that defendant doesn't reoffend. But let's be honest, I'm not holding my breath. Now, shifting gears, we're heading into a much more intense hearing. This next case involves a 17-year-old facing charges that could change his life forever. Get this, the maximum sentence he's up against is 99 years in prison. Yes, you heard that, right? 99 years. At just 17 years old, this young defendant is staring down a possible lifetime behind bars. The charge, aggravated robbery, a crime serious enough that the court isn't taking any chances. Think back, what were you doing at 17? Probably not sitting in a courtroom facing a potential life sentence, right? Let's see how the judge approaches this case and what's next for this young man. Stay tuned. This is going to be a dramatic one.
Did you understand in each cause number, you're charged with the offense of aggravated robbery? That's a first-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments in each cause number, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge, but ask to waive PSI.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Just ask you to follow the argument.
All right. And the cause number ending in 2528, the court will find you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. This will run concurrent with 2023 CR 2529, taking consideration 2023 CR 2621, 2527, 699185, and 184. There's to be restitution, if any, to Isaac Cervantes, Cameron Carroll, Kyle Sutherland, and Stephanie Lefebvre, and also no contact with any of those parties. And then in cause number ending in 2529, court is finding you guilty, sentence you to 5 years in the prison.
In the end, this young man barely reacted. He took his 10-year sentence quietly and walked straight to his cell without a word. Honestly, I can't say what I'd do in his place, but then again, most people wouldn't have made the choices that brought him here. So, do you think 10 years is fair? Personally, I think it's reasonable. Aggravated robbery is serious, and even though Judge Boyd often shows leniency, this crime crossed the line. Considering he was facing up to 99 years, 10 feels like a fair outcome. But what's your take? Too much, or just right? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoy real courtroom breakdowns, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. See you next time.